worked out okay because they may have ended up losing yards unless Neal was going to end up making an outstanding play.
7:41 to go first half. 3 receivers go wide left, empty backfield for McKeever. Isaac has the snap, 3-man rush, attacking. He's going to roll right, looking right. Now he's going to tuck it and run. 50, 45, and slung down at the 44-yard line is Isaac McKeever. So got a good gain on that play.
Yep.
It will be still second and long, second and about 19.
I'll say this, that was really well read by McKeever, recognizing that his best bet was going to be, running the football. But I'm going to tell you, there was a couple of receivers on that play that got down the field and kind of got lazy in the routes. They just kind of started slowing down a little bit, like, oh, he's not going to throw it to me. There's too many guys around here. But instead of turning and seeing where their quarterback was at and where he might need some help, maybe they can come back and help him, they just kind of broke off the routes and just stopped running. Not a good sign.
Doubles formation, pistol, and McKeever's in the backfield. Now Wyatt motions out to trips.
There's another procedure.
Flag.
Put it down and back. Bucyrus back up, another 5.
False start will mark them off. 6:58 to go in the first half.
Repeat third down.
Ball will now be spotted at the Wynford 48.
Go into your playbook and look for the play that's going to get you 25 yards. Facing a third down, you got to just look at this in chunks. If you can get 15 here, I know it's a lot, but if you can get, 12, 15, you go for it on fourth down potentially.
McKeever wanting to throw, rolling right. Fakes the run, now he's going to throw it.
Nobody there, so he'll just throw it away. Nobody over there, but he's out of the pocket.
Into the sideline, and that'll stop the clock, 6:34.
Yep.
He wanted the man downfield, that was Deskins.
But he's double covered. Yep. There's a flag on the other side of the field. Sideline violation against Bucyrus, so illegal shift, excuse me, I'm sorry. So they'll just take that play, so make it fourth down and forever. And it looks like Koppler's going to have to punt again.
Got up a decent one last time. We'll see if he can bury Wynford deep here with 6:34 to go in the first half. Wynford will not come after it. Koppler gets away a boomer.
That's a good punt.
It's going to hit out of bounds. Inside the 15, it looks like, but we'll see what the officials saw.
Koppler's punt goes out of bounds.
Going to go and backtrack. He's going to mark it about the 17-yard line. So Wynford, who's had no problem moving the football here tonight, will get it back. 6:30 to go in the first half. They lead at 28-0. The run game for Wynford has been dominant, and they do have one of the better run games in the league. Locker and Lutz have done a nice job this year, both averaging right about 6 yards per carry. And the offense, while they've struggled, they haven't shown it here tonight. Full house, turn, give, and a flag.
Yep.
Don't think Wynford was set.
Yep, we'll put 5 yards against Wynford. I tell you what, Wynford playing really good football, but it hasn't always been perfectly clean, and a lot of it is some high emotion. I mean, the guys on these teams know each other really well. I was telling you before the game, Locker, Braden Campbell, Jake Stover, Massey, these are all open enroll kids who are from Bucyrus, who are at Wynford. They know each other, I mean, they've played football together in the past through middle school, things like that. So, it's not like this is strangers out there.
Turn, give is to Locker. Locker up to the 15-yard line and gets back a few yards.
Yep.
Be second and about 13.
I just think that if you're Bucyrus, this is, I always say 3 scores is where you're kind of in the danger zone, but ultimately you're down 4. But this is the way they got to look at it. They got to get a stop right now, and then they got to score. They'll get the ball to start the second half. They got to come out and score again. If you can get it back down to 2, you still have time on the clock. But they cannot give this up. They're at 2nd and 13.
Campbell under center.
They did a quick hitter up the gut with, I think it was for Lutz, excuse me. And nice job by Bucyrus not being fooled by it.
Fake the speed option, went for Lutz on the ISO.
Yep. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's okay, they're facing 3rd and 12. It is the first time Wynford's been in this situation in this game. Bucyrus cannot give this up. They have to make a stop at this point in time if they want any chance.
Go to the air here. Campbell, 1 of 1.
Yep, only 1 pass, a 6-yard touchdown.
2 receiver set.
And they have got, they've flooded this side. They got to call a timeout. Bucyrus had to call a timeout because defense was not in the right position.
Second timeout taken by the Redmen, so we'll take a brief one as well. 5:04 to go in the first half. Wynford 28, Bucyrus 0.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got 1 man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
And live online on the OH Report. Just a reminder, high school basketball begins next month on WQEL and WBCO. Game broadcast schedules will be posted soon. Our main man, Dan Messerschmidt, has been, I'm sure, hard at work getting that ready to go. He's ready, but I don't know that
I was going to say, right? Well, we got plenty of football still in front, not only 2 weeks of regular season, but a minimum of 2 weeks of postseason with the way the schedule is going to break down.
2 receivers come to the left. That's Wells and Cooper. Hard count by Campbell. Nobody jumped. Campbell in a gun. He's got Locker on his left hip.
And the timeout by Wynford this time?
Wynford will take a timeout.
Sure will.
They didn't like what they saw. Looking at 3rd and 12. The Royals trying to figure out what they want to do here to keep this drive alive and get to that 30-point margin before the break. 5:04 to go. We'll be right back.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got 1 man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Tune in to find out how Coach Day is preparing for the Badgers in this coming matchup Thursday night, 6:05 on Iconic Rock, 92-7. 3rd and 12, once again. We'll see what the Royals want to do. 2 receivers left. Campbell wanting to throw. Out and up. He's got a man near side, throwing it up into the sideline, incomplete. He wanted the freshman Braylon Wells, but threw it into the sideline, and it'll be 4th and 12. And
Randall did a nice job on coverage. You know, he was kind of running with them, and Campbell was going to have to drop a dot to be able to, get it into a pretty tight window with the sideline over on the edge there. So Wynford going to have to look to punt here on 4th down.
First punt of the night for Campbell and the Royals. It'll be Neal and Cozy back deep. Still plenty of time here for Bucyrus in this first half.
Ultimately, if all goes right, Bucyrus should get great field position here.
Good snap. Campbell able to get it away. It'll be fielded at the 45. Cozy moving straight ahead, gets to the 40. Brought down there by Zier. Good open field tackle by Zier. Cozy with a head of steam.
Actually,
Randall and Zier combining on that stop.
Like the way both of them, both players handled that, because Cozy, it's very easy when the ball's, short like that to kind of play a little bit of that, like, oh, I'm going to wide it bounce, like they don't want to take the chances. He ran up and attacked it, but he knew in order to do that, he was just going to have to kind of take off downfield. He wasn't going to be able to stop and just see anything, so he just caught it and ran straight ahead. And, Zier was able to kind of run right into him. He makes the tackle, but Cozy got some extra yardage, so both of them played it kind of well, and Bucyrus has got good field position to start now.
Empty backfield for McKeever. McKeever dropping back against a three-man rush. Now up in the pocket, looking to run, bounces outside, got a little space. Got 5 yards and drug down.
They wanted the flag, Bucyrus did, but they're not going to get it. And again, there's, I say this a lot. If you watch the replay here on the OH report, there is the guy who makes the tackle on that one, Maddox Engler, is chasing him from behind. There is a receiver over there who sees Engler coming, but he doesn't want to get in his way. Like he stepped out of the way. Look, if he gets in the way, McKeever's going to get a first down.
Blocking downfield is key.
Yep.
Snap. McKeever
nice
running
job.
to run again. Steals the edge, and McKeever's got the first. Goes out of bounds with 4:09. That'll stop the clock. And Bucyrus with a fresh set of downs at the 29 of Wynford.
Don't make any mistake about it. If I'm Coach Butchko, this is all I'm doing. I'm not going to play this game of trying to throw a football and score fast. No. I'm going to try to eat this clock out at 4 minutes because I don't want to trust my defense to get back on this field. I'm going to try to get points. I'm going to lick my wounds, go to halftime. Yeah, I'm down 3 scores, but at least you get the ball to start the second half, and you can kind of reassess and try to figure things out, especially on the defensive end of the football. Offense hasn't been pretty either, but, McKeever is running the ball well.
Throwing, pass behind, but hauled in.
Cozy makes a nice catch.
Cozy brought in the quick slant.
Paid for it, but
picks up about 9.
Yep.
It'll be second and short.
Yeah,
3:50 here to go in the first half.
He's going to look at his quarterback and say, thanks for nothing.
McKeever in a pistol. 2 receivers right, lone receiver left. Wyatt motioning out right side. Isaac wants to throw, pumps it, tucks it. He's going to run left, and McKeever's got the first down before being shoved out of bounds.
Yep.
Short gain, but enough for the first.
Runs ball out of bounds at the
Stops it with 3:33 to go in the first half.
Yep. It has not been easy for Bucyrus, but ultimately, I don't know if you want it to be easy at this point in time with 3:30 left on the clock. I mean, again, get the points on the board. Yeah, get the points on the board.
McKeever going to run again. Again to
Good
the
blocking.
left.
He's got some
this time
space.
able to seal it, and once again going out of bounds, close to another first down. Will they give it to him?
Yep.
Looks like he's going to be about right at the sticks.
Well, and what they're doing is they're running behind the strong part of their line. What they did early in the season, they had to go away from it because of injuries for a couple of games, but they've got kind of Carson Witten, Hayden Ginn on the left side of the line. That's the power part of their line, and they're just going right behind those two guys.
It will be first and goal.
Again, same way.
Wyatt fighting for the goal line, shut down, and a flag comes in late.
Right, McKeever on the carry to around this 2-yard line before we tackled by the Royals. There is a flag no play.
The back judge threw a flag on that hit. I don't know. It's going to be a hold or a block in the back against Bucyrus.
Against the Redmond.
So they get it down inside the red zone, and the block in the back will mark them back, but we have an injury timeout.
Looks like a
cramp on that far side. So the training staff out on the field, they will be attended to, and we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to WQEL 92.7 FM.
I'm Steve Kroll, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
up in Tiffin, Bellevue at Tiffin Columbian.
Halftime score for the N10 fans, Cary beating Crawford 6-0. I know Mohawk in particular watching that game very, very closely.
Yes.
Because that game matters to them a lot if they want to be able to get a portion of that N10 title.
First and goal from the 11 following the penalty. 2 receivers wide right, Deskins and Neal. Lone receiver left. McKeever turns. He's going to give off Wyatt McKeever. Kind of a delayed draw.
Yep. Probably got 5 on the run.
It looked like Jerome Ford was running the football.
I thought so too. Yeah, he was just kind of
to get to the line.
He was really kind of like almost like hopping and dancing a little in the backfield. Like he's like, where do I go? Where do I go? But the left side of the line, like I said, the Witten-Ginn combination on the left side of the line is doing a nice job over there. They're opening up some space.
McKeever turns, gives Wyatt on the carry, bouncing it left side, keeps his feet briefly, gets inside the 5.
Yep.
Knocked down at about the 3.5-yard line. Clock continuing to roll. We're at 2:40 in the first half.
And they've also brought in some more beef over there. They've got Hayden Butcher over there too. So they're putting those are probably their 3 strongest guys, and they're just putting them all right next to each other on the line. And I don't know if they've done anything except run behind them on this drive. They're not fooling it. They're not trying to go the other way. They're just like, we're just going to keep going this way until you can stop it.
And now Butcher looks to be going to the sideline. Officials talking over there to Coach Butchko. We've stopped the clock with 2:41.
Yep.
We didn't get a signal for an official timeout or...
Nope. Just a timeout. And there's a little switch up as Mark Sheet's going to run onto the field right now, as coming off the field right now for Bucyrus was one of the linemen. I think it may have been Caden Baxter, but I don't want to say that for sure. So
2:41 to go first half. Bucyrus looking at 3rd and goal from the 3. Probably 4-down territory for the Redmen.
And again, now for Wynford, they're looking at it going, all right, we know what they want to do, so can we stack that, our right side of our defense, left side of the offense, and see if we can stop, because that's where they're going to probably run the football. That's what they've been doing this whole drive. A lot of conversations now on the other side, the Wynford side of the field. Kyle Skidmore is in a nice, healthy conversation with the white hat.
2 receivers to the right. That's Neal and Deskins, lone receiver left. And now Christian Neal going to go into the backfield and have a brief conversation with McKeever. Maybe he sees something, he can get inside on the slant.
Yep. He's got Wells on him.
To be man-to-man coverage by the Royals.
He's in the slot. It's Deskins outside wide with 0 on him.
Pistol formation, 3rd and goal from the 3. Wyatt McKeever motions wide left. It's going to be Isaac, quick hitter over to Wyatt.
He missed it, he dropped it.
And an incomplete pass through the hands of Wyatt McKeever. It was a quick hitter over there, and McKeever just couldn't hang on.
It's kind of a well-designed play. If he catches it, he probably makes it. He gets in the end zone, but he's just looking ahead. Like, the ball's not perfectly placed. It's kind of an outstretched pass, but you could see, because of the quick nature of the play, Wyatt McKeever was already sort of kind of looking to the end zone of like, where's my blocks going to be? Where am I going to go with it? And with the ball not hitting him perfect, they ends up being a 4th down now for Bucyrus.
4th and goal. Redmond with an empty backfield. 2 receivers wide right. McKeever wants to throw across the middle.
He got it.
It's caught. Christian Neal pulls it in for the touchdown. The Redmen on the board with 2:28 to go in the first half. They get it done on 4th and goal. Quick slant route from McKeever to Neal. Puts him on the board, 28-6.
Yeah, they floated so many guys crossing across the middle there that I wasn't 100% sure. I thought he was maybe trying to hit one of the other guys, because it was Deskins was coming, so was Cozy, and I was like, oh, he overthrew it. And it was like, oh no, Neal's behind all of them. Well done.
They're going to go for 2.
Yep.
McKeever going to run for it. McKeever bouncing it outside. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is successful. 28-8 with 2:28 to go here in the first half. Bucyrus takes advantage of the good field position, and they get in the end zone for the first time tonight. We'll take a timeout. Wynford with the football when we come back.
For 25 years, the team at Spreng Capital Management has helped you and your family through times of economic uncertainty. This experience and knowledge has helped us to guide you through numerous economic cycles, making us qualified to help you through the economic turmoil of today. When reviewing your own economic plan, let us help guide you along the right path. Call us at 419-563-0084. At Spreng Capital Management, we are here to be your financial partner.
Go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Redmond find the end zone. It's 28-8, 2:28 to go here in the first half. Cooper Kalb to send it deep. Bryce Locker awaits at the 15-yard line. Kalb, the lefty, will pooch it short. Going to be fielded by the up man,
right
and he's
them.
off to the races.
Once again.
Up the far sideline.
Unbelievable.
I don't think they're going to catch him.
They will not.
And he's going to go to the house.
Stiltner.
Touchdown.
Connor Stiltner.
54. Connor Stiltner.
Who had that on the bingo card? Anyone?
I wish I would have logged into DraftKings and bet that one.
Unbelievable. You know what? You want to do that pooch kick like that, you got to kick it high in the air.
Give your guys a chance to get down there. Koppler with a diving attempt.
And Stiltner, who's a lineman, shows, yeah, I can move, though, because the guys chasing him were not linemen, and they couldn't catch him. So
Stiltner with a head of steam takes it to the house. And just like that, Wynford answers 34-8.
Type of play that I like to call a Spitzer Motors game changer.
Yeah, it could be.
You know? Because just because linemen don't get to do things like that.
That's
My
right.
gosh, how exciting.
Extra point attempt. Clean snap, clean hold, kick up. Kick is good. 35-8, Wynford. Offense doesn't even have to hit the field, and they score another one. 2:19 to go here in the first half. We'll be back.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Point after by Victor Ariano is good. The touchdown came from Cooper Kalb. Attempted a pooch kick taken cleanly by Connor Stiltner, who ran 65 yards to the touchdown.
35-8, Wynford on top of Bucyrus here in the second quarter. 2:19 to go, and Stiltner housing the kickoff, virtually untouched.
I'm wondering if Connor Stiltner has always been a lineman, and if that's the case, that probably is the first touchdown he's ever scored at any level in anything he's ever done. Because that is something that very rarely linemen do. And because he ran to the end zone and then ran straight to the sideline, like never slowing down. He was like Forrest Gump, except going out of the end zone. He was just running to the bench like, look what I did. Did you see it? You know, and it's like, he's going to be like, Coach, you got to put me back there more often. I'm a natural. I'm a natural. They can't even touch me.
Kickoff to the house for Stiltner, 35-8.
Yep.
Low liner, it's going to be fielded.
Wyatt McKeever.
McKeever at the 28. Gets off one tackle. McKeever up over the 40, down at the 43. Decent starting field position for Bucyrus. Redmond able to get in the end zone last possession. But like I just said, Jeff and I, Stiltner took the kickoff to the house and answered right back. Now it's going to be up to the Redmond offense once again. Try and decrease this deficit, or it's going to be running clock before you know it.
Exactly. I mean, getting the points on the board was helpful, but you know, they've got to do it again now. I mean, the only perk to Wynford scoring so fast is maybe it gives them time to be able to score back.
Doubles formation on 1st and 10. McKeever's in the gun. Actually, they're going to go trips left. McKeever.
There's a flag.
And a false start.
Unbelievable.
Bucyrus shooting themselves in the foot.
Another illegal procedure, and that will be their 7th penalty here in the first half.
2:11 to go in the first half.
At what point in time in the season you say, like, you know, early in the season when we get games like this, we're like, it's early in the season, they're still trying to work out the kinks. But you think week 8 is too early to say it's...
No.
Okay, all right, well, I'm trying. All right.
Discipline. We talked about it for years. McKeever wanting to throw against a 3-man rush over the middle and complete. Looking for Neal, threw it behind him.
He just tight windows that he has to throw into, and you know, he's just a young quarterback who's still just trying to figure out how to do it. Because his receiver is running a deeper route, probably about a 13-yard route downfield. The defensive back's a little behind him. He's got some space there, but there's a linebacker in front of him, probably at the 7-yard mark. So he's got to get it over the linebacker and drop it in. You got to throw a dart, but you got to throw some touch on it too. It's not the easiest pass to make. 2nd
and 15. McKeever going to go deep, far sideline, incomplete. Over the head of the intended receivers at Cozy.
You know, they've come out
one-on-one out there, but
they came out and threw the ball twice fast. I don't know that I would have done that. I think the only success they've had is when McKeever's just running the football going to his left. I think I would have just kept doing that. I mean, I get that they're feeling with the clock and they feel like they're a passing football team, but they haven't had a lot of success doing this.
3rd and 15 with 2:02 on the first quarter clock. McKeever in the gun. Bunch trips to the right side. 2 receivers left. McKeever has it. Again, all day against a 3-man rush. Complete to Neal, and
he dropped it. Kicked
it out of his own hands. Flag comes in really late. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Wynford.
Yep.
Not sure what, replay courtesy of the OH report.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything.
Well, yeah, we'll
Lutz
see what
out
happens.
there in coverage.
There it is. There's Neal, drops the pass, and nobody hit him. Maybe it was, there's unsporting. The question is what the one thing that we never know from our position is, was something said in the process. But Wynford, silly mistake right there. 15 yards and an automatic first down. Keeps Bucyrus drive.
So 1:57 to go here in the first half.
And again, they threw the ball 3 times, didn't complete one of them. You got 2 minutes left and you're in Wynford territory. You don't have to keep throwing the football. Like, I mean, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you can throw the ball, but Wynford is sitting back, daring you to run the football. That's what they want them to do. Take what they're willing to give you at this point in time.
Officials getting things sorted out. They'll spot the ball at the Wynford 46. Fresh set of downs for Bucyrus. Deskins, Neal, wide to the right. 2 receivers left, and now an official timeout. They're going to, I guess, add some time. No?
Yep, maybe not.
Maybe not. Pistol or shotgun formation. McKeever sends his brother in motion, pumps deep downfield. Now he's rolling to his left. Pressure from behind. He's sacked.
Yep. Well done. That was Locker.
Bryce Locker doing it on both sides of the football. Locker brought him down for his first sack of the ball game back at the 50, a 4-yard loss.
Yep.
And now it'll be 2nd and 14.
kind of a little bit of a coverage sack right there. As you know, there was a little bit of pressure, and when he stepped up away from it and was looking downfield, there was just nobody open.
Doubles formation. Wyatt on the left hip of Isaac. Now he's going to send him out into trips. Isaac pressured
He's in
again.
trouble.
Gets through, steps up. He's going to get positive yardage, but very little. Maybe a gain of a yard. Ariano on the stop.
Nice job. But like you said, I mean, he wants to throw the football down the field, but there's just not space down there, you know. And it's not that the defensive line is just in his face. I mean, he just is. They're running long routes that take a long time to get into motion. And then there's so many blue jerseys, just got no place to throw.
40 seconds, third and long. Pass complete to Deskins.
Gonna be
just short of a first down. It'll set up 4th and 1. Clock continuing to move down to 30. And they'll take a timeout. Stop it with 29.3. Zier brought him down just shy of the marker. And that'll be the final timeout for Bucyrus. We'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to WQEL and streaming live online on the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Game of the week, the Battle of the Copper Kettle. And Jeff, through nearly 2 quarters, it looks like Bucyrus is not going to make it this year.
Nope.
It's going to be another year of Wynford keeping the kettle.
I wonder if they even took it out.
Unless some things turn around here in the second half.
Did I say something wrong?
Yeah. They write your paycheck. You can say what you want. 4th and short. Bucyrus going to go for it. McKeever alone in the backfield. Pressure coming. Pass complete. First down and out of bounds. That's Deskins over there.
No, that's Wyatt McKeever. Got his brother. That was a good little play call right there. Remember, they just needed a couple of yards for the first down. Get what Wynford is willing to give you, and, you know, that's just a short pass. But they got it there quick, and, you know, he got himself out of bounds, too, so he stops the clock.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Koppler and a slot right side, so an empty backfield for McKeever. Has the snap. Trying to set up near side. Incomplete. Wanted Koppler.
Yep.
It was Lutz in coverage. Koppler had a chance at it, but couldn't haul it in. A little bit of a distraction drill, and Lutz might have even got a finger on that.
Yep. Koppler slow getting up here.
That'll stop it with 22-6.
He kind of fell he wasn't hit on the play, but he fell in a way, and they're looking at almost like an arm or a shoulder, like he fell like on a collarbone or something like that. You know what I mean? Hopeful that it's not severe or nothing serious. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him is always the hope, but it was just kind of an awkward landing for Koppler as he tried to reach out, ball that he was trying to outstretch for to, you know, try to get his fingers on.
Training staff tending to Koppler.
But you notice he's laying there, and they're kind of like working on the right side. And he's using his left hand. He's pointing at things on his right side of his arm, like his wrist or his arm over there. And now they're kind of just seeing what the grip is like. So hopefully Koppler are going to be okay.
Awkward fall for Dylan Koppler, the big target on the outside. Of course, Davy Jones coming up in the phone board. Is Koppler to his feet now, and he'll be able to get to the sideline under his own power.
Yep.
And yeah, it might have just been the wind.
Well,
a little bit of a stinger on that right shoulder, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because if you notice the way he's running too, the left arm is kind of running, and he's kind of like rocking down. He's favoring the right side. Something happened. He landed on it wrong or something like that. Never a good feeling, so 2nd and 10. They'll have to bring in Randall to replace him on the outside.
22.6 on the clock. Wynford 35, Bucyrus 8. McKeever in a pistol, his brother behind him. Wyatt motions left side. Isaac wants to throw. Steps up. Delivers across the
pass.
middle.
Yep, they got
Incomplete.
lucky.
Almost intercepted again.
Yep. Way too many blue jerseys there. Look at them all. They're just piled up.
Pass intended for Cozy, but well behind him.
4 blue jerseys in the area. You got to thread a tight needle there if you're going to try to figure that out. So makes it 3rd and 10.
Two receivers right, 2 backs in the backfield. Now they'll send another receiver wide to the right, trips to the wide side. 3rd and 10. Isaac has the shotgun snap, looking left, throwing left, deep down the sideline and complete.
Yep, way out of bounds.
Wanted Cozy again, but put it more towards the band than anything. And now 4th and 10 with 12.5 seconds.
Yep, see what they can pull off here on a 4th and down and 10. Again, I thought their only hope here is they're going to get a score to end this half, and even then, they're still looking at a pretty steep uphill climb. But they got to figure it out right now. Big play.
Redmond will have it to start the second half. Trips right. McKeever alone in the backfield. Dropping back to throw. Has time. Now up in the pocket. Evades the pressure. He's running the football, and it's going to be close, but I think about a yard shy.
Yep.
And they'll stop it with 1 second on the clock.
Yep, McKeever tried to single-handedly pick up those yards and just couldn't do it. Defense kind of knew exactly where he needed to get to, and they were there to make sure he did not get it.
And the Redmond, no timeouts, so now it'll be 1st and 10. Wynford with 1 second on the clock here in the second quarter. Look for a knee from Campbell, or hey, maybe Coach Skidmore takes a deep shot.
Pour it on.
Get into that running clock. (35-8) here at Wynford in week number 8. So the turnover on downs, Wynford forced to snap it.
Yep. They just packed everybody in pretty tight here.
Campbell under center. Has it, and he will take the knee.
Yep.
So we will go to the break here at Wynford in week number 8. The Royals dominating here through 2 quarters. They lead it in the Battle of the Copper Kettle, 35-8. We'll be back. Halftime stats coming your way on WQEL and the OH Report.
I'm Steve Kroll, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
For 25 years, the team at Spreng Capital Management has helped you and your family through times of economic uncertainty. This experience and knowledge has helped us to guide you through numerous economic cycles, making us qualified to help you through the economic turmoil of today. When reviewing your own economic plan, let us help guide you along the right path. Call us at 419-563-0084. At Spreng Capital Management, we are here to be your financial partner.
Edition of the Bucyrus Marching Band.
And we know that voice.
In London in 1964, one of the greatest rock bands of all time was formed. Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, Keith Moon, and Pete Townsend combined to create the iconic sound of a generation. Winning various awards and reaching platinum status on many albums, The Who's rebellious and youthful spirit survives today as one of the greatest bands in history. Tonight, the Bucyrus High School Band begins their show with Eminence Front and Bob O'Reilly as they present to you their 2025 production show, Teenage Wasteland, the music of The Who. We continue with the classic 1969 tune from the rock opera Tommy. Watch the band create a human pinball machine with Savannah Clark as our human pinball as they play Pinball Wizard. feature our outstanding color guard with his performance of Who Are You? Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Bucyrus High School Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wynford High School is proud to present the 2025 Marching Royals. Tonight's show is our senior show, featuring songs voted on by the class of 2026. In our first number, we travel back to 1977 to play a song written by Walter Becker and Donald Fagen, first released by Steely Dan on their 1977 album, Asia. Hold on to your seats as the Wynford Band takes you on a wild ride with the powerful song, Josie. For our senior second choice, we'd like to take a trip back to 1965 and feature a song from the group, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Watch out for a fiery routine from our majorettes as the band performs the hit, Wooly Bully.
Two quarters, Jeff Bucyrus was able to find the end zone once. They had the short field position, able to take advantage of that. But other than that, this ground game for Wynford is really pouring it on.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I really did think coming into the game that there was a little bit of a mismatch there. I thought that, Wynford was, there's one thing, despite their record, only having one win on the season, the one thing that they do pretty well is run the football. And the one thing that Bucyrus doesn't do very well is defend the run. And we're seeing that play out exactly that way because, on the season, Locker is averaging almost 6 yards a carry. So is Lutz, 5.7, 5.8. So these guys are both moving the ball pretty well in terms of that side. But Bucyrus on the defensive end coming into the game is averaging, letting up 250 yards on the ground, 7.5 yards a carry. And that's basically what we're seeing here tonight. We look at the stats, Wynford right now has 198 yards rushing on 23 carries. So if you can run the football like that, I'm going to tell you right now, you'll win almost every game. It is very, very rare for you to lose. The only way you'll do it is if you just make mental mistakes like fumbles and you have turnovers, things like that. But Wynford doesn't have any of those. They've got some penalties, but so does Bucyrus. So they're, negating each other in that end of the game, and it ends up being, no turnovers, and one team is just kind of controlling the football in every way.
Yeah, and Bucyrus hasn't done themselves any favors in terms of field position.
No, terrible.
Koppler's punts, he did have one really good one, but other than that, Wynford's had short fields to deal with, and both backs running downhill, offensive line doing their job, and they're moving the football at will. And then defensively, McKeever is struggling even against a three-man rush to really have the time and the presence to sit back there. He's a freshman,
yes,
but they're getting some coverage sacks. They're forcing him to throw the ball away. They're putting pressure on in ways that they're not necessarily getting guys in his face, but they're making him kind of panic.
Yeah, well, I think part of it is that, the way that their system sort of runs is not really working out right now because of the way that Wynford is playing them defensively. And ultimately, if this was a sort of a close game, I would literally just say, if they want to drop 8 guys back and only put 3 guys in pressure, just continue to drop back and let McKeever just sort of kind of run draws and just take 5 yards at a time until they didn't do that. And now they're down so much that Wynford's like, now you have to basically try to throw the football. You're going to have to go downfield. And we're just going to have 4 guys there every time you try to do it. And, you're going to have to make fast decisions as a quarterback because if you even just pause for a second and look at somebody for a half a second, guys can start breaking on routes and stuff like that. And it's just putting Bucyrus in, and they're just making it really challenging for their freshman quarterback, unfortunately, to be able to move the football.
For Wynford in the second half, the defense will be on the field first. And if you're Bucyrus, you got to get a the ball back on a quick 3 and out, they can essentially put this game away with one score.
Well, it will be. If they score again, the game is over because they'll get to a running clock. And there's just no way. Once the running clock hits, even if you can stop a running clock, it burns so much time off the clock that it becomes almost impossible to be able to make up the difference in points. So you might be able to get a score after that and stop it, but it doesn't account for the 6 minutes that it burns off in the middle. So you just can't do that if you're Bucyrus. Bucyrus is just going to have no hope in that sense. If Wynford can get a stop and get a score, this game is basically, like I said, they can bring the copper kettle out. They can basically just, get it to show it off, and they can just put it right back into the spot that they've owned it for many, many years.
Since 1997.
Yeah, exactly, which, basically in a manner of speaking, this is going to sound like a weird way to put it, but Josh, I'm 50 years old, and I graduated college in 1996. So that's how long it's been since, Bucyrus has won this football game. And I've been calling games on this radio station for a very long time, and I've never seen Bucyrus win this game, and it doesn't feel like it's going to happen again tonight.
35-8 here at the break. Let's go ahead and get some first half numbers.
Sure, we'll start with Bucyrus, where they're being led on the ground. Isaac McKeever, 74 yards running, and Wyatt's got another 12, so 86 yards on the ground. McKeever throwing the football. He is 5 of 18. Dylan Koppler also threw an incomplete pass, so 5 of 19 as a team. And I'll tell you right now, great job by Wynford. They're just keeping, even the passes he does complete are just short gains. 38 yards passing at this point in time. Does have the touchdown pass to Christian Neal, who's got 2 catches. McKeever, Cozy, and Deskins each with a catch themselves, each one of them. As a team right now, 124 yards of total yards for Bucyrus. They do have the 7 penalties in there, but that's being matched by Wynford's 6 penalties. So, sloppy on both ends. For the Royals, 131 yards on the ground for Bryce Locker. He's got a touchdown run. Deacon Lutz has also got one at 66 yards. Braden Campbell's got another one. He's got 1 yard rushing, but 198 on the ground. Campbell throwing the football. He's just completed 1 pass. Didn't need to do more than that, but it was a 6-yard touchdown to Gage Massey. So they got 204 yards of total offense, but also let's not ignore the 56-yard kickoff touchdown return by, of all people, Connor Stiltner, the offensive lineman, who took off, and good for Stiltner. Pretty awesome for the family and everybody. Ran down the field like he was an expert at doing it, and ran right to the sideline for a huge celebration. But generally speaking, this has just been a very impressive performance by the Wynford Royals.
Halftime score here from Wynford. It's the Royals 35, Bucyrus 8. We'll be back with the third quarter right after this.
Overall in the N10 conference.
Alrighty, let's give me a minute and a half, I guess. Dude. No. Do a minute. Yeah, do it.
I'm Steve Kroll, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got 1 man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
For 25 years, the team at Spreng Capital Management has helped you and your family through times of economic uncertainty. This experience and knowledge has helped us to guide you through numerous economic cycles, making us qualified to help you through the economic turmoil of today. When reviewing your own economic plan, let us help guide you along the right path. Call us at 419-563-0084. At Spreng Capital Management, we are here to be your financial partner.
The week. I'm Josh Stallings, back with you after a little bit of a hiatus, joined once again by my good friend and partner Jeff Roberts. Jeff, 35-8 at the break. Wynford in control here in this rivalry Copper Kettle game. It will be Bucyrus with the football to start in this third quarter, but a quick stop by Wynford and a score could put this thing away. It's going to be up to Coach Butchko and the Redmen to get something going if they want to have any chance at coming back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, it's if they can get some points on the board and they can maybe get a 2-point conversion, they just got to chip away at it. They got to look at it as this is a brand new half, and they got slapped around in the first half. But is there any way they can kind of come back out and do the slapping in this one? It's like, all right, can we turn it around? I think the bigger struggle, though, for Bucyrus is that in order to score a lot of points, sometimes you've got to have short fields and you got to put the other team in a position of looking at long fields in front of them. And that's hard for them to do because of the inconsistency in their kicking game. I mean, when even if they do come out and score here, when they kick off, I mean, we already saw a Stiltner return for a touchdown, an offensive lineman of all people. There was almost another one. Locker almost had one earlier in the game. So it's like you need to kind of kick it deep, and you got to make Wynford go 80 yards, but they don't make anybody go 80 yards. They make everybody go 50 yards, and that just puts them in a very tough situation to play from behind. I say it a lot. We talk about the yardage, and we were saying if you run for 200 yards in the first half, you're probably going to win most games. But also, if you start every drive at the 50-yard line and the other team, if you're starting yours at the 50 and the other team's starting at their own 20, you're going to probably win a lot. And that's what Wynford's seeing tonight is they're seeing short fields and Bucyrus is seeing long fields.
Well, we'll see what the Redmen can do to open up this third quarter. Wynford will kick off, of course, from the 40. Ariano tees it up. Neal, Cozy back deep. They will pooch it short. That one could get out of bounds and cause a penalty. Oh, it won't. It'll die at the 10. Picked up by Neal. Neal shucking and jiving. Makes a couple guys miss, dragging defenders, and actually makes something out of nothing.
Yeah, I sure did.
Gets to the 30-yard line, and that ball just died.
It did.
Right at the 10-yard line with about a foot to go before it went out of bounds. He was hoping it would get that penalty, but instead, Neal forced to pick it up and gets it out to the 30, 1st and 10.
And you kind of see there why Neal is a guy that I think going into the season that they had a lot of hopes for in terms of trying to get the ball in his hands as much as possible because he can do things like that. Unfortunately, he's had a couple of drops tonight, but he also has a touchdown catch. So, if they can get the ball in his hands, he can do some things, but they're having a hard time doing that because of the tough defense that Wynford's been playing.
One wide receiver right, trips to the left. McKeever's in the backfield in a gun. Snap is low. Isaac rolling left, throwing left, and behind the intended receiver.
Yep, looking for
Neal.
He was open, but that one, the way it came out, it either slipped out of his hands or somebody got a finger or something on it because it wasn't a slight misfire. It was just like, many yards away from him. It was just a really, that throw just got away from McKeever.
So 2nd and 10 following the incompletion. Again, trips to the left side, ball on the right hash, this time a pistol for the McKeevers. Has the snap, wants to throw, quick hitter, near side, incomplete.
Randall dropped that one.
Wanted Charlie Randall on a 5-yard stop, and another one that hit him right in the pump house.
That one is a great throw. I mean, Maddox Engler is actually backing off from the line of scrimmage and dropping back, and he just got it right outside the outstretched fingers of Engler, and he hit him right in the numbers. But these Bucyrus receivers, who we thought coming into the game, that was a real advantage for Bucyrus with some of the athleticism they had on the outside, but they probably have as many drops as they have catches in this one.
3rd and 10 now for the Redmen. McKeever wants to throw, has pressure. He's going to be flushed to the left side. McKeever forced to tuck it and run, falling forward up to the 34. So able to get 4 on the quarterback keep. Undesigned.
I can't wait until I wish I could be in the room when they watch that one back on film, because Stover was being double teamed on the edge, and he almost stopped because he didn't like, he was looking at the officials like he thought they hit him low or something like that, and he stopped and was kind of looking at the official, and then he turned around and realized McKeever was running past him, and then he was the one who made the tackle. So on a play in which he basically was like, almost gave up on it, he ends up making the tackle. So kind of interesting how it worked out. But you're going to see a timeout called here with 4th down. Bucyrus.
Well, Wynford was trying to run a defensive sub in the defensive line and couldn't get in time. They would have been flagged for 12 men on the field. So instead of the penalty, Coach Skidmore takes a timeout. Doesn't want to give anything easy to the Redmen here on 4th and 6.
It would have been a 4th and 1 with the penalty. And obviously they want to try to get him off the field here, and they know he's like, in this situation, as much as you hate taking a timeout and burning a timeout, you're looking at it saying, all right, if we can get off the field here and we can get another score, that moves the clock. We got the running clock in front of us, so we want to just be able to kill this drive right now and see if we can stop it.
35-8 with 11:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bucyrus trying to extend this drive. They'll send Christian Neal and Charlie Randall wide to the right. 2 receivers go to the top of the screen, wide left. Pistol formation for McKeever. Wynford brings 3. McKeever going to throw, has it complete.
Neal,
He's got the first down to Neal. Another quick stop route, and Neal picks up 5 extra yards up to the 46.
Yep.
That'll move the chains.
That's a good. That's just a good play. Neal gets past. He catches it past the first down marker. So needed 6. He ran a 7-yard route, and then he turned upfield and just kind of lowered his shoulder to pick up some extra yards. Well done.
Clock will start moving again here in the 3rd quarter. 11:03. Flag comes in. McKeever in the pocket. Now he's flushed to the left side. He's going to tuck it, and he's forced to run. Gets over the 50, but this one's coming back.
Yep, sure is. I saw the flag go, but where did it go? Did he go by and pick it up after the fact?
I think he did.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like, before the play even ends. There it comes. All right.
False start against the Redmen. Another penalty against Bucyrus. We will redo 1st down now. Ball will be spotted 5 yards from the spot of the foul, so it'll be about the 40.
8th penalty on Bucyrus.
Wynford with 5 unsportsmanlike in the first half.
Yep.
But Bucyrus, undisciplined penalties on their part.
Yep.
Which you could call an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Sometimes it is. No question.
McKeever alone in the backfield, wanting to throw, looking left, throwing.
Picked
Neal
off.
picked off. Center of the field. It is number 1, Braylon Wells, with his 3rd interception
Ball
of the
came
season.
out, and Bucyrus is saying they have it again, but we'll see what the officials said. At
Wells
the end of the
picked
play,
off the tip pass.
Neal's got on him, and Neal was ripping that ball, and it did come out, but was he down?
He was on top of the defenders.
Yes,
so.
I think he was on top of him when the ball got stripped out. Neal was pulling at that ball. We're seeing the replay in the OH report, and we see there's Neal on him, and he pulls the arm around him, and the ball comes out, and Neal is underneath him when that ball comes out. So I do think this is Bucyrus football in terms of what we're seeing here, and it looks like that's the way they're marking it as well. So Wells gets the interception,
but then fumbled it on the return, so the ball back to Bucyrus. They'll have a fresh set of downs, but they go back to the 28-yard line.
Yep, so they just lost a bunch of yards, and we'll restart at a 1st and 10. as they set this thing down there.
Empty backfield. McKeever wanting to throw, looking, and through the hands of the intended receiver, Cozy. Another drop pass.
You know, a long night of looking at the gloves.
Yeah.
You
Almost
know.
like they're, why even wear them at this point?
I never did.
I did, but man, I had cutters though. Those things were worth every penny. Empty formation. 3 to the right, 2 to the left here on 2nd and 10. 10:24 to go, third quarter, 35-8 Wynford. McKeever wanting to throw. Again, a 3-man rush. Near side pass caught. Cozy gets off one, but then slung down at the 35-yard line. Tackle made by 51, Victor Ariano.
Yep, that's a good 7-yard pickup. That was a good job by Cozy. After dropping the previous pass, he made a nice catch there. But also, you know, defender kind of came up and he tried to kind of just lower the shoulder. Cozy, not a huge receiver, so he thought, oh, I'm just going to run this guy over. And he rolled off of it like he was almost like slipping a punch, you know. Ended up moving himself downfield, picks up 7.
Manageable third down here, 3rd and 3. McKeever looking to throw, lets it fly, incomplete over the intended receiver's head. That's Christian Neal. Neal on a 10-yard out, and McKeever threw a 15-yard out. So now it's going to be 4th and a long 3. Davy Jones coming up inside the foam board. 50 years for Davy and the foam board show. Now an official timeout. Gonna reset the play clock, I guess.
Yep. 4th down, 3 yards.
Bunch trips to the left. 4th and 3. McKeever's going to try and keep it. Bouncing on the left side. He's got the first down over the 40, up to the 45-yard line. So McKeever keeps the drive alive with a 7-yard run. Give him 8.
Yeah, that was a good run right there. I mean, that was pretty darn close to a 10-yarder, and they needed it. I mean, obviously going to move the chains right there. But I've been saying it. I'm like, that's been the only successful run is run behind Ginn and Witten on the left side. I don't know that anything else has been working that well offensively.
McKeever wanting to throw again. First down, and it's almost intercepted. Wells again got in there on coverage. It was intended for Neal. Braylon Wells, the freshman, jumped the route and almost had interception number 2.
Well, and that's, you know, I know it's his, you know, Neal's a senior, Wells is a freshman. But, you know, one of those things that you always hope that receivers learn from their mistakes. You know, that's a pass play that as a receiver, you got to seal off that defender a little bit so he can't cut in front of you. I mean, if you know, you got to know where he's at and say, okay, well, I'm going to basically body him out almost like I'm going for a rebound in basketball.
McKeever wants to throw across the middle, pass complete right at the sticks. He's got Neal.
Yep.
And that should be enough. It's right at the 45-yard line. That'll move the chains. Another first down for Bucyrus.
Wells at the 45-yard line of the Royals. First down.
Wells brought him down. Hard count by McKeever. Couldn't get him to jump. Now they'll change the play. Wyatt will jump up into a slot. Isaac rolling right, looking right, throwing into the flats, and it was off the hands of Deskins and into the hands of Christian Neal. The pass is complete.
Yep, it was meant for Deskins.
You don't see that very often.
It was absolutely meant for Deskins. It went right through his hands. It was going to be another incompletion, but Neal was right behind him and pulled it in and got the feet down, so ends up getting about 8 yards on that pickup.
You don't see that very often. A little tip drill to your teammate.
Well, you know what? Maybe they should run that more often. Just put
it worked.
2 receivers, just stack them downfield and see if that works for all the drop passes.
2nd and 2. Turns, gives to Wyatt. McKeever started left, goes right, and he's going to get drugged
down. That's a horse collar.
Yep,
yeah, that's going to give another 15. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Angler got him around the edge, and you can actually see it. It was pretty obvious. His hand was basically halfway down the jersey on the backside. So got the first down, and then they'll just tack that yardage on top of it.
Oh, offsetting penalty.
Oh my goodness.
Hold against Bucyrus as well.
Unbelievable. Wow.
So we'll replay second down. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Hey, Josh, I know this. Our listeners don't need to know this, but can you do me a favor? Just look to your left. Can you check on Dan Messerschmidt? I'm a little worried about his heart right now.
He's standing, so that's a rarity.
Unbelievable. Man, you get a 15-yard penalty after a first down. Nope. No, you don't.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Turn, give to McKeever. McKeever with an opening. Second level, third level, into the 15, 10. McKeever's in for a touchdown. Wyatt McKeever straight up the gut for the Bucyrus Redmen, and they find pay dirt. 35-14 as McKeever took it right up the middle and basically went untouched.
Yep. And when he got into the secondary, you'll see there's actually blue jerseys everywhere, like 1, 2. There's 3 guys. Charlie Randall was down there doing a nice job, trying to put some block right there on Massey. But 2 other guys were basically down there untouched. And he just kind of kept weaving. I'm going to go right, go to the left, going to go right, going to go left. And those defenders got turned around enough that he was able to sprint right past them for the touchdown.
Bucyrus will go for 2. McKeever wants to throw into the flats, almost picked off. That was Zier, almost jumped it. Incomplete, so the score remains 35-14. 8:33 to go here in the third quarter. Wynford in the football when we come back. Oh my God, I'm crashing.
Give me a minute.
I'm Steve Krall, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
Bucyrus, Wyatt McKeever going straight up the middle, finds pay dirt. Yep. Makes it 35-14. 2-point conversion attempt is no good.
Interesting to see Dylan Koppler, who hasn't been playing offense, has actually just run out on the field to do the kickoff. But he is still, that left arm, it's basically like almost like being held down to the side. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not lifting it. It's like I said, the shoulder injury potentially from earlier is what it looks like. They're going to set up for the onside kick. There it is. Drilled it down the field.
Through the legs.
It's a foot race.
Bucyrus has a chance
they got
at
it. I think they got it. I think they got it.
The Redmen might have the football. They do.
Yep.
It hit the up man, went right through his legs, and then a hustle play downfield.
I'll tell you what, Cozy was flying down the sideline. He didn't get the ball, but when the ball got loose, as guys were going at it, he made a fast run towards it and popped it loose the second time for the Bucyrus guys to be able to come down. So Bucyrus needed a little, some positive momentum, and they got it right there. A touchdown, and now they get an opportunity here with the ball right back in their hands.
Ball at the 26-yard line of Wynford. Pistol formation for McKeever. His brother Wyatt behind him.
Power run.
Wyatt on the carry, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Maybe got a yard.
Yep. he made Ariano miss, who was run blitzing right through the hole. But and you can see that left side. Look, if you look at it on the replay, what we're seeing, their left side line has got guys 10 yards downfield. They are power blocking, but. Again, just can't.
Flag.
You know what? Well, then forget what I just said. Let's see what's going on here. And they're just going to go send Neal. Neal's going over to the sideline, like trying to tell the coaches what happened. We'll see what it is.
Unsportsmanlike
boy.
against Bucyrus.
And Neal is talking to Charlie Randall over there. So, got a 1 yard pickup, but then they're going to go ahead and give him 15 yards back. So, it's going to be second down and forever here for
another
Bucyrus.
Untimely penalty by the Redmen.
Yep.
Stay tuned after the game. Davy Jones coming up inside the foam board show.
He might not. I got to be honest with you. This game, the route that it's going right now, Davy might be like, sorry, I don't go on the air past a certain time.
In 50 years, after 50 years, maybe he makes that call.
Exactly.
15-yard penalty against Bucyrus calls to be placed out.
8:12 to go here in the third quarter. It's 35-14 Wynford.
You know, I said before the game I didn't think Wynford could stand being in second and long like this, but I think it's Bucyrus who can't afford it at this point in time. So they got to get their head up from making mistakes like that.
Second and
there's
long,
a procedure.
and another flag against the Redmen.
My gosh. Yep.
False start against the center.
Illegal procedure, and against the Redmen, that'll be another 5-yard penalty.
Yep,
So it's gonna
10th
be
penalty on Bucyrus.
Second and
50-50 ticket. I got 9-2.
about 34.
7-7-1.
No, you know what?
They need the 21.
7-7-1.
24.
Yeah.
A winning ticket for $352. The winnings are in the concession stand.
Redmond will look to spread it out here on second and long. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Pistol formation for McKeever. He digs in at the Wynford 49. Now Wyatt motions wide right. Isaac in the pocket, has pressure up the middle. He evades it briefly. He's still on his feet. Now he's going to throw a bullet. Incomplete.
Neal couldn't get it, and he wants pass interference. Didn't get it.
Great job by Isaac McKeever to evade pressure. The freshman using his legs to get out of the pocket. He threw an absolute BB.
And never stopped looking down the field after he got away from the pressure. Like you said, he was like, oh, there's my guy. And good heads-up play by Neal, at least, to realize my quarterback's in trouble, so he broke off his route, tried to put himself in a position to make a catch. But defense right there on top of him.
So now it's third and long. Play clock down to 9. Bucyrus getting to the line. Down to 5. Trips to the right, ball on the right hash. And that'll be, nope, they're not going to call that one.
Yeah, they did. I was going to say.
Okay. Another illegal procedure against Bucyrus. Very late.
Illegal procedure against the Redmen. That'll be 5-yard penalty.
So now it's going to be third and 34. So Bucyrus getting the touchdown from Wyatt McKeever. Then they recover the intentional onside kick.
And now they're going the other direction.
But they've lost 30 yards. Update from Kerry Crawford. Kerry 24, Colonel Crawford 14. Oof. Mohawk fans, they'll love that.
Yep.
McKeever wants to throw up in the pocket. Keeps his eyes downfield, across the middle.
Oh, that could be a pass.
Yeah.
They're going to get him. They just gave him first down. They just took a shot at Charlie Randall. That was a targeting penalty for sure. Because if you look at it on the OH report, that's a lower the shoulder and hit Randall up high. Eli Cooper, just playing secondary, Randall went up for the ball drops, there's a defender underneath him, and Cooper just kind of hits him up high. He puts the shoulder into him right at the helmet.
Gets folded.
You can't do it. Like, I mean, you know what? I know Wynford fans won't like it, but we're looking at a replay up here. They're going to throw that flag every single time. You just can't hit him in the helmet like that. And Randall is down right now, so
a defenseless receiver, and like you said, leading with the helmet, shoulder pad. It'll be personal foul.
Randall up, which is good to see, but yeah, he kind of got folded over on that play. So first down for Bucyrus, though. So that's the good news for the Redmen, is what would have been basically a turnover on, they're going to be like, all right, looking at fourth down and forever. Instead, they'll get first down here.
Officials, I agree. What are they discussing?
Yeah, there's not much to discuss. It's an easy 15 yards and automatic first down. A lot of talk, though. Were they marking it off for
week 1?
Oh, there you go. Go back to the 49. Okay, where were we at? Were we at the 49? Okay, well, why did he go from the 50? I don't know, but whatever. Okay, well, he put it down at the 35. Yep. So it's a 14-yard penalty. Interesting.
How is that not an automatic first down? I'm unbiased, but that's an automatic first down.
Yep.
Third down, and
okay.
You'll have to ask Coach Butchko about that, because that's in every level of football that I've ever seen. That's an automatic first down.
Go for it.
McKeever wants to throw, pressure in his face, rolling left, throwing downfield.
There's pass interference, no question. You got to throw the flag there, and he did not
come in.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Butchko is going insane.
He's basically got tackled in the end zone. That is as crazy of a non-call as I've ever seen.
The DB undercutting the intended receiver. Was that Randall?
I think it was actually no. I think it was Wyatt. I'm sorry. Now they're gonna just throw the ball back and say, yeah, sorry. But we're going to watch this play again. The defender literally runs into Wyatt McKeever. McKeever still gets up. He got the hand on the ball. He almost caught it anyway, despite the fact that the defender ran into him in the end zone, but he couldn't get a handle on it, drops it, and that's it. And it's like, no penalty. Okay, well, fourth down and 17 now. Wow. Actually, probably a little bit longer than that. Probably fourth down and 18.
Dan will have some talking points inside the phone board.
Thanks for nothing.
That's a false start
That's
against
a false
Bucyrus.
start. We'll throw that one. Wow.
Hayden Butcher jumping offside, or initiating movement a little early.
Illegal procedure against the Redmen.
Yep.
Penalty and repeat, fourth down.
We will do it again.
Yep.
Fourth and long.
Man.
We thought we had a long first half. I think we might set a record for a third quarter.
7:27 still in the third quarter.
Welcome back.
Oh, my gosh. Let me tell you what you missed, Josh. Throw it deep.
He's going to throw it left side. Jump ball, incomplete.
Nice defense on that play. Knocked it away from Cozy going deep.
Number 2, the deep safety, able to get over there in time. And like you said, good defense. And now a turnover on downs. Ball back to Wynford with 7:20 to go in the third.
I think Bucyrus will have plenty to complain about that drive. Maybe he set a record for the most amount of penalties by one team on an offensive possession, but still, that was odd, the way it all played out.
That's a good way to put it, odd. First and 10 for Wynford from the 39.
Yep.
They break the huddle. Wells comes wide left. Lutz and Locker in the backfield, double tight. Campbell under center, turns, gives to Locker. Locker keeping his feet, still moving. He's going to pick up about 9 up to the 48-yard line.
Yep.
Locker gets through a very small hole, breaks a couple tackles, and finally brought down at the 49.
I said it going into this game. We'll just stand by it. For as many struggles as Wynford has had on the season, the one thing that you can't ever argue is that both Locker and Lutz, they just won't go down on arm tackles. It's, the lack of success they've had has not been as a result of these running backs who aren't running hard. I mean, they will run hard. It's just a matter of, can they get the space to get through? And in this game, they've had it.
It's gone final. Carey knocks off Colonel Crawford 24-14. Here's Campbell throwing back across his body, completes it to Stover at the 31-yard line.
Nice pitch and catch down the field, 20-yard pick up to Stover.
Campbell very efficient tonight throwing the football.
Yeah, sure. That's his fourth attempt he got 2 completions, a touchdown. Big first down there.
Ball at the 31, that'll move the sticks. Wynford inside Bucyrus territory again. Down to 6:10 to go in the third. 2 receivers break to the right. Campbell in the gun, Lutz on his right side. They're going to go to Lutz. Deegan bouncing off tackle. Lutz into the open field, gets clipped and knocked down. Good open field tackle by Cozy. If not, Lutz is in for another touchdown.
Sure is.
Tackled by Sean Cozy at the 23-yard line. It's going to be second down and 2 to go.
2nd and 2 following the 8-yard pickup from Deegan.
And obviously, Coach Skidmore, he'd love to get the clock running, but he's just really in no rush right now. He's just got, teams playing very well, especially on the offensive side of the football. He feels like we're just going to score. We'll just get there when we get there.
Campbell's going to keep it right up the middle. Campbell off an arm tackle. Campbell in for 6. Straight up the middle.
Yep.
Campbell faked it to Lutz, went right through the A gap and in for the touchdown.
Yep, 23-yard touchdown run for Braden Campbell. Feels pretty good on that one. Safety, coming up on that play. Last opportunity was for him, and he just overran the play, completely missed it. Christian Neal got a little late shot in on him. Right as he was getting into the end zone, kind of popped him from behind, but Campbell will celebrate his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
Wynford elects to kick the extra point. Clean snap, clean hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 42-14 with 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. It's been all Wynford. We'll be back.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Burkhart Farm Center game of the week. Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts. Davey, I'm sure patiently awaiting back at station control to start another edition of the Friday Night Phone Board here in week number 8. Big upset happening around the N10. Carey knocking off Colonel Crawford 24-14. If you're a Mohawk fan, you got to like that.
I'm going to be honest with you. I know obviously we knew Crawford was really good, and I don't think it's as big of an upset as everybody would like it to believe to be. Early in the season when Carey lost, I was like, they lost to good teams. They're a good football team.
Randall scoops it up. He gets over the 30 to the 32-yard line. With 5:05 to go, the Bucyrus offense will make their way back out onto the field.
Yep. Zayden Zier made that tackle. See what Coach Butchko can dial up here, as the game's never been competitive really, but ultimately we've still not got to the running clock. Bucyrus had their opportunity there. If they were going to get it, it was going to be after the onside kick. They needed to score. Instead, they went backwards, and things just kind of fell apart.
1st and 10 at the 32. Pistol formation for McKeever. Isaac turns, gives to his brother Wyatt. Wyatt moving the legs, driving forward, gets to the 35. That's where he goes down. Gang tackled on that. Zier in there. So I think Connor Stiltner.
He's basking in the glow of his touchdown still.
He's riding high right now.
Darn right.
Pass intended for Cozy across the middle, incomplete.
Yep, too high on that one. We've seen a lot of drop passes, but that one not on Cozy. That one just sailed it a little bit over the head of his intended receiver there.
Ariano in coverage. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
See, and that's the type of stuff that, coaches will look at it and they'll be like, I'm looking at a design and I'm like, I got one of my fastest guys and a big middle linebacker trying to cover him. He's going to run away from him. We just got to connect, and they're just not doing it.
Quarterback keeper McKeever gets up to the line. They'll give him forward progress of about 2 yards before he's grabbed and slung backwards.
And Butchko trying to yell in a play real fast. Makes it a 4th and 3. See if they can do a hard count here. There it is. They got him.
Offsides.
Everybody knew it was coming, and Bryce Locker jumped. So
another undisciplined penalty. The flags are going to have grass stains on them.
Oh, yeah. They just got to throw them away. They can't watch these ones.
Fresh set of downs, ball spotted at the 44 of Bucyrus. 2 receivers go to the right, turn, give, Wyatt McKeever. One up the middle, now he's gonna try and bounce it, not a lot of room. Breaks one arm tackle, but then brought down at the 46-yard line.
Yep, Wyatt got 2 where he, basically just keep outrunning and refusing to go down. Guys trying to kind of run into him and knock him over. Lutz was the one who tried to kind of just say, I'm going to run a shoulder into him, and McKeever bounced right off of it.
2 receivers left, actually make it 3. Lone receiver to the right side, back on the left hip of McKeever. Rolling left, looking downfield, gonna throw it, incomplete again.
Cozy dropped it.
Through the hands of Cozy. I don't know what we've seen more of, drops or flags.
No. Well, what's crazy? If you went back, Keever right now throwing the football has completed 9 of 33 passes, which is not great numbers, but how many of it is just because of drop passes?
I'd say 8.
It's got to be good. He'd probably have completed well over 50% of his passes if they just didn't drop passes.
3rd and 9. Well, I'll call it a short 8.
Right.
Bunch trips to the left side. McKeever has it. He's going to run behind his brother, lead blocking, bouncing left side, gets to the 50, pushing ahead to the 49-yard line.
McKeever keeps the ball himself, dives up to the 48.
The one thing if there's one thing you can say for Bucyrus looking ahead is, I hate to do it in week 8, but, you see runs like that and you see a freshman quarterback who can still grind forward like that and push guys. And Isaac McKeever's not done growing. Like you when you're next to him, you can see he's got size still that's going to be coming. And he's got 3 more years of playing quarterback for this team. If they can get some blocking and some discipline in front of him, he's going to be tough for other teams to deal with.
And a tough run there as he pushes his way for another first down. Needed 4, got 6. Ball at the 44-yard line. They'll move the chains down to 2:40 in the 3rd quarter. Wynford 42, Bucyrus 14.
And he just, I mean, right now, I mean, you know, like I said, the passing hasn't really been there, but I mean, the reality is he does have 100 yards rushing right now. So that's working.
McKeever wants to throw up in the pocket. Heaves downfield, incomplete.
Yep.
Had one-on-one coverage on the outside, but
yeah,
a little too much mustard on that.
Yeah, Charlie Randall.
Back shoulder, and Randall went inside.
Working on Braden Campbell, and Campbell running with him. And like you said, I mean, those deep passes like that, you can throw it a dart. You can throw it a little bit more with juice on it like that if your receiver's kind of wide open. But otherwise, you really want to put more air under the ball and let him run underneath it.
Let him go get it.
Yep.
Randall, lone receiver right. 3 receivers to the left in the pistol. McKeever now sends his brother to quads left. Isaac in the pocket, has time. Across the middle, it's complete.
Got Neal.
To the 31-yard line, Christian Neal hauls it in. Another first down. Wells on the stop for Wynford.
Ball is set down at about the 30-yard line of the Royals. It is a first down for the Redmen.
2 right, 2 left. Wyatt McKeever in motion. Isaac in the gun. Looking left, throwing left, incomplete.
Yep. Looking at Deskins, but almost thrown like he was looking at the defender right there, and he's like, if I throw it right to him, is he going to step in front of it? I'm just going to throw it up high. It might got away from him, but it also may have just been a throwaway. Couldn't really tell.
Deskins was over there, stops it with 1:55.
And the officials are kind of slow, and they're in no rush. That much is for sure.
Has a snap. McKeever wants to throw again. Flush left, cross the middle. Pass is caught.
That was Deskins. Yep. Going to be close.
Close to the marker. It will be enough for a first down at the 20.
Tackled by Gage Massey.
Massey brought him down, but a fresh set of downs for the Redmen. Bucyrus hustling to the line. 2 receivers wide right. It's McKeever on the keeper. Wyatt lead blocking, and Isaac slung down after a short gain, maybe 2 on that. Got to the 18.
Ariano did a nice job right there. Kept him from getting away from him.
2nd and 8. Clock approaching a minute here in this third quarter. It's going to be Sunday soon, I think.
Sure is.
Bouncing left side.
Wyatt McKeever.
Flag comes in again.
Call the flag in.
Wyatt McKeever on the carry. Flag on the play.
They're going to say a hold on Bucyrus.
9-yard line. The call is holding against the Red.
10
It'd
yards
be
from the spot of the
interesting.
foul.
They just played again on the OH report. I'm wondering who they called it on, because Ginn, who's blocking on the edge there, really that's just kind of an old school pancake block.
That's what it looked like.
Perfectly clean in terms of what I saw, but I can't say if that's who they were throwing the flag on. Oh, hang on, I forgot to write that down. I'm just running out of space for my flag. Hang on, let me see here. Exactly. I need another paper.
Be about
citation
2nd and 15.
page. Unbelievable.
Quick hitter, left side pass complete. That's Cozy. Cozy up the sideline. And Cozy getting a lot of those penalty yards back. Yep. It'll set him up about 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I got about 10 on that. Good effort right there by Cozy.
And now looks like a timeout. We have an injury timeout. Over on that far sideline.
It is a Wynford Royal. And I think that's Ariano. Looking at the OH report, can see a close-up on the number. Ariano, who's played a very good game.
That'll stop it with 34.3 here in this third quarter. It's Wynford 42, Bucyrus 14. We'll take a quick timeout and be back on WQEL.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
We are in the third quarter here at Wynford in the Battle of the Copper Kettle in week number 8. Wynford leading 42-14.
Victor Arellano is dealing with the cramp out there. Like I said, ball at the 15-yard line. And in a game in which most games in the area have been done for at least 30 minutes, we are 35 seconds away from the fourth quarter.
We are 2 hours and 45 minutes.
You can't make this up, you know. Woo!
You know, over across the pond, I couldn't watch any sports other than football.
Football, yes.
And that, you watch one of those games, that takes forever.
I thought they just had to put them on 90 minutes. I thought those games were just straight 90 minutes. Clock never stopped. They're like, all right, put 3 minutes at the end because of an injury or for the whatever, and then they keep playing.
We are in for it here tonight as Arellano is up on his feet. Good to see.
Love to
Helmet's
see that.
Off and slowly limping his way.
A little bit.
Arellano does have a brace on that right knee.
And they were working on it like it was a cramp. But I'm looking at it going, that guy also kicks. Mm-hmm. So the last thing he needs is, you know, kind of a cramp in the leg.
Now he's stopped out
there. And
there.
this is one of those moments where, like, you know, my impatience and, you know, sorry for the listeners and for everybody, but I'm like, can somebody help him get off the field at this point in time? He's got a cramp. I mean, and they're just like, let him walk it off. You know, throw him over his shoulder and carry him off, for crying out loud.
Fireman's carry.
Yeah,
I mean, do that in 2-a-days?
I mean, because it's great to see. It looks like he's okay. So that's the reason I'm saying that. I wouldn't make jokes if I thought he was actually injured. So
Arellano making his way over to the sideline. We'll take this chance to talk about the Buckeyes. Number 1, Ohio State extended its nation-leading winning streak to 9 consecutive games with the 42-3 victory over Minnesota last week under the lights of Ohio Stadium. Julian Sand led the Ohio State offense with 3 touchdowns. Carnell Tate set career highs in hauling in 9 receptions and 183 yards. Buckeyes coming up again this weekend on WQEL. Here is McKeever. McKeever looking to run it.
I think he got the first down.
Got the first and a little more.
Yep, needed 5. Think he got 6. Once again, go to that left side. Go behind Ginn. Go behind Witten. Move
That'll
the
get
chains.
him set up for first and goal. Ball at the 9. Pistol formation for McKeever. 3 receivers to the right. McKeever has it. Screen play. It is Neal, and Neal.
That wasn't going anywhere.
Pull it in. Deegan Lutz right there.
Yep.
And I think Neal heard footsteps.
Yep, he dropped that one. It probably worked out for the best because I think he would probably gotten lit up pretty good if he catches it.
Stops the clock with 12.9 to go in the third. 42-14, and looking down at the sideline, Arellano being looked at by the training staff.
Yep.
It does look like that right knee, but we're hoping it is just a cramp.
Well, she's kind of massaging the calf, though, just looking at it, and they're kind of working on it like it is a cramp. So
2 right, 2 left, turns.
Ooh.
McKeever keeps it, trying to keep his feet, able to bounce it outside, cutting up, gets to the 5, to the 4, and McKeever making something out of nothing there. Almost got brought down in the backfield, but the play action.
You know, it read the play right. It was kind of like his brother got lit up because of it, but then he made a bunch of people miss and kind of single-handedly got him inside, probably picked up 5-6 yards, and it was really just from individual effort.
We will change sides as that's the end of the third quarter. We go to the fourth here from Wynford. It's the Royals 42, Bucyrus 14.
Steve Crawl, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
To the Burkhart Farm Center Game of the Week on WQEL 92.7 FM and WQEL.com. Start of the 4th quarter, 42-14, Wynford, but Bucyrus threatening here in the red zone. Have it 3rd and goal from the 3. Has the snap. McKeever looking for an opening, pushing ahead, maybe got a yard.
Yep.
And now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 2.
You know, they split everybody out and they tried to move everybody to the left side and still run right. But that's because they've been running that way all game. Wynford wasn't really fooled, even though they put everybody to the left side. They're kind of like, we're just going to keep our guys here. We don't think you're actually going to run that way. And McKeever didn't really have any place to go.
So they'll line it up. 4th and goal. Pistol formation for McKeever. He's got his brother Wyatt behind him. Turns, gives to Wyatt. Wyatt looking for the end zone. Wyatt pushing at the goal line. No signal yet. Bucyrus saying they got it.
Every Bucyrus player is saying he's got it, but the officials are saying he does not.
And he's going to be marked short at the 6-inch line. Officials converging on the pile.
We're seeing it over here. Got a kind of an OH report replay. We're going to watch it again. You're seeing he's going straight ahead, and the knee went down. If you look at it,
it doesn't look like he was ever able to extend across the goal line.
And you know what? I mean, I know the Bucyrus fans and the players are going to be like, but he's in the end zone. But if you see it on when you see it on the replay, his knee hits the ground before his body's able to drag forward in any way. So. Good job. Wynford defense holds, and they keep Bucyrus out of the end zone. So,
the offense with 99.5 yards in front of him. Campbell under center.
He just has to go straight ahead. But look at that.
Flag comes in.
Look at that. 20 yards.
Up over the 10 to the 14-yard line. The flag came in. And I don't even know. How do you call a hold?
Yep. I don't know if it's. Oh, there it is. Sideline violation, but that will just be a warning because that was just. Wasn't that their first?
I think.
Maybe they had another one that I missed.
What are they going to do? Back them up an inch?
Yep. Yep. So I'll give him the penalty, but I'm not going to give him any yardage for that just because. Because I don't think you can back them up any more than they are. Sideline violation, but who is it on?
I didn't think they had a warning yet.
Yep. Bad sign, though, for Bucyrus when you can run a tush-push and get 10.
10 yards.
It's not really designed to be that type of a play, but that's just because, I mean, that's your guys just getting pushed off the ball.
The tail end of the football is got a blade of grass between it and the end zone.
Yep. And they're going to run the same play, but they're giving space right over the center. Like, oh, they got him to jump. There's 5 yards.
Hard count and a free 5 yards.
That was nice of Bucyrus because they thought it was kind of unfair.
So now a little bit of room for Campbell to work.
Looking at
10:44 to go in the ball game.
For those wondering, I think in my very unofficial numbers, that's the 24th flag in this game. But that's accepted penalties. Let's be very clear here. So, you know, we're probably in the neighborhood of 30 flags thrown in this game.
How many offsetting have we had?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, good point. So we'd probably be over 30.
1st and 5. Ball at the 5. Wells comes wide to the right. 2 backs in the backfield behind Campbell. Campbell under center. Turns. Gives. Locker. Nice stiff arm. Locker to the outside. Locker pushing 25, 30. Up over the 30 to the 34-yard line. Locker with a head of steam. Threw that stiff arm at the line of scrimmage. Got a decent block from Wells on the outside and able to get a couple yards after contact. And a big first down run for Locker up to the 33-yard line.
Bryce Locker running just shy of 10 yards a carry in this game. And by the way, Deegan Lutz has got the same.
Yeah.
You know, he's just shy of 10 yards a carry.
Well, they both came in averaging about 6. Doing a nice job here against this Redmond defense. Locker on the ISO, pushing his way for a gain of about 3.
Ahead for about 3 yards where we second down.
Slow getting up on this play. Locker still kind of laying there. And he is
at the bottom of the pile, and training
kinda
staff will
holding the groin. So that's never a good sign. You know.
So another official timeout. We'll do the same. Bryce Locker being looked at down there on the 37-yard line. While that's happening, we'll take a quick timeout. 9:53 to go in the ball game. 42-14 Wynford.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with a kick return touchdown.
Complete list of trick-or-treat times in the area. Just click WQEL.com. Get all of the details for local communities trick-or-treat or whatever Baggers Night.
Yep, that's what we call it. I'll tell you right now, in case anybody thought I was being, off the mark when I said he's holding his groin, he got up, walked to the sideline, and held his groin the entire way. So
that's a good
nothing. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's like, oh, I know where he got hit. Little pull of the groin or something. So hopefully Bryce going to be okay. They'll leave Lutz now in the backfield alone with Campbell.
2nd and 6, Campbell in the gun. Lutz on his left hip.
Yep, Deegan Lutz. This is going to be his chance. Oh, we'll call timeout.
And we will. Coach Skidmore will.
Davy Jones was concerned that he was going to get on at some point in time, before the sun rises. And it might not happen.
Oh, goodness. Some area games going on tonight. Well,
no, the games are over. The area games are over.
Hopewell Loudon was at Willard. Gibsonburg at Lakota. Cardinal Stritch and St. Mary's. Cardinal Stritch, they're on their way back to Toledo by now. Kennedy Catholic at St. Joe Central Catholic. West Holmes taking on Ashland. Madison at Dover. Mansfield Senior at Worcester. New Philadelphia at Lex, South Central at Norwalk St. Paul, Plymouth at Monroeville, Crestview at Western Reserve, and New London is at Mapleton. All those scores coming up inside the Friday night phone board with Davy Jones. Maybe.
The Saturday morning phone board with Davy Jones.
2 left, lone receiver to the right, Lutz in the backfield with Campbell. He's going to fake it to Lutz. Campbell wants to throw back to Lutz. Wide open. Deegan in the open field. 45. Deegan gets off the tackle and inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. And now Deegan a little slow to get up, but back on his feet. And nobody saw Deegan come out of the backfield. Picks up a huge chunk of yardage.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Bucyrus defensively, we've been critical of their ability to stop running plays and stuff like that, but really anything that's kind of a misdirection or whatever, they really do sort of kind of get lost. You run plays like that against them, they seem to get wide open.
Campbell going to fake it to Lutz. Campbell running up the right side inside the 30 to the 29. Campbell hasn't ran much tonight, but when he has, he's been very effective.
Yep.
Pickup of about 9.
Yep.
Second and short, 8:52 in the ball game. Wynford flirting with that running clock, but at this time,
yeah, and
at this point, what's it going to do?
I was going to say, yeah, we better get that thing running.
Lone receiver to the left. Wells comes wide to the right. Ball on the right hash mark. Lutz in the backfield with Campbell. Campbell has it, fakes it, throws. Open
Stover.
is Stover.
He's in.
Stover fighting off Neal, and he's in for 6.
Yeah, they ain't going to bring him down.
Little tight end pop pass from Campbell to Stover, and Stover finds the end zone with 8:10 to go, and that'll keep the clock rolling.
Davey, we got a running clock like you asked for in this game. Congratulations.
48-14, Campbell to Stover.
There's a lot of conversation of when the clock stops up here, and I'll answer that question for anybody who's wondering. Never.
Never.
Under any circumstances. We just keep it rolling.
Ariano back out on the field, so that's a good sign. His extra point is a beaut. It is good. 49-14 now. Wynford over Bucyrus in week number 8, and the Copper Kettle will stay at Wynford. 7:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Bucyrus with the football when we come back.
I'm Steve Kroll, president of First Federal Community Bank. And here at First Federal Community Bank, our playbook consists of the 3 C's: care, curiosity, and courage. Just like your team, our 3 C's strengthen our communities and our team here at First Federal Community Bank. On behalf of our team here at First Federal, we want to wish all of our area teams and coaches the best of luck this season. Yes!
49.
3, 2, 1.
Back here on WQEL, we have been for going on 3.5 hours. Josh Stallings, Jeff Roberts with you. 7:10 to go. Ariano set to kick it off. Neal, Cozy back deep. It will go to Cozy. Picks it up at the 12. Cozy, 20. Cozy, center of the field, 25. Hit hard, keeps his feet, and then gang tackled at the 26-yard line.
Parker Goldie, the guy who hit him, but kind of rolled off of it, and now he is slow getting up. Cozy, it looks like. I think it's Cozy. I don't want to say for sure. It was just really right in the area of the collision. That's the reason I was expecting that. But 6:44, and it is Cozy who's down. Rolled off the first hit, and then there was a couple of bodies who came in, and
kind of a pile up.
Then
maybe
there was
rolled
a literally
ankle.
pile up on him. There was about 5 guys on top of him there, get him down. So they'll stop the clock, even though we have a running clock through the injury timeout. Yep, that's how things are going tonight.
Buckeyes will head to Illinois tomorrow for a top 25 showdown against the Fighting Illini, who are 5-1. Battle for the Illibuk Trophy tomorrow. Pregame scheduled for 10:30. Kickoff at noon right here on your home for Ohio State football in North Central Ohio. Iconic Rock 92.7 FM.
Can we agree that when there's an Illabuck trophy, they're just making trophies for anything at that point in time?
Well, hey, the Illini are 5-1.
Yeah, they are. They're good. I'm not.
Juice Williams was quarterback.
I'm not crapping on it at all. I knew it was bad news when for the Illini when it was like 15 years ago. I was at the stadium and I looked up and all the players up there and that they had up there was like Dick Buckus, and I was like, wow. I'm like, no recent retirees on those numbers, huh? But yeah, they've turned it around. They're pretty good right now.
At this point, our postgame might roll into that pregame.
Oh, right. Yeah, coming up next, Ohio State football right here on Iconic Rock.
Davey will wrap up. We'll go right into Ohio State coverage. Hopefully, Cozy doing okay down there, still being looked at by medical staff.
It was interesting on a totally unrelated note. I noticed on the way in, it's really been the first kind of cold night. And I just thought to myself,
you're still in a T-shirt, but you're a New Yorker.
Listen, that's got nothing to do with me from New York. It's called being fat. You know what? If you got that, you stay warm through anything. I'll tell you right now. But, I'm just looking out here, and I was trying to figure out, because one of the things I noticed, always great concession stand here, and one of the things they had here tonight was the Kona ice truck. And I was like, who's still going up and getting themselves some Kona ice in a night like this? And we've got one up here in the press box, come on, Mom, just give me one more.
When I left Ohio, it was 80. And now I get back here, and it's this.
Cozy they're going to carry him off here, the right leg up in the air. So, like you said, it may have been a body on top of him, multiple bodies, and that foot underneath.
That right ankle.
They're going to send a couple of linemen out there and say, help out. So
6:44 to go in the ball game. Wynford 49, Bucyrus 14.
Yeah, they're actually carrying him off now, the two linemen, the freshman linemen that are coming out there to go. They're just going to lift him so that way they can, keep the pressure off of that ankle or foot. Hopefully, Deshaun going to be okay. 6:44 left in this game. Or in real time, an hour and 27 minutes.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Bucyrus offense out on the field, 1st and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. McKeever in the pistol. He's got two receivers left, 2 to the right. Has the snap, wants to throw. Quick hitter near side.
Randall.
Pass complete to Randall. Randall over the 35, pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Good quick hitter over there to Randall. Randall, just a sophomore, 6 foot, 165-pound kid.
Actually,
really, this Bucyrus team has some young talent, so certainly something to look forward to. As McKeever drops back to throw, has pressure coming from behind. Gets out of it. Now he's going to throw a lot past to Neal, but just over the outstretched fingers of Christian Neal and incomplete.
Christian just jumped too early for it. Like it was, one of those balls where ball was up in the air, just hung up there longer than he thought it was going to. It was good heady play right there by McKeever to keep his eye down the field despite all the pressure.
Empty backfield now for McKeever. 5:40 and counting. Has the snap. 3-man rush by Wynford. McKeever has time. Steps up. Now he's going to drop back. Rolling right. Back up in the pocket. McKeever still looking downfield. Going to throw it near side.
Oh, he got
Neal
it.
comes back for it. Hauls it in at the 45. Up over the 50 to the 49-yard line. Christian Neal and Isaac McKeever never giving up on that play.
Yep. Ends up getting 16 yards or so. Good effort right there for the Bucyrus Redmen. Nice to see that.
Another first down. So we do have a record. Out of Detroit, Michigan, longest game in regulation. 3 hours 43. We're pushing it.
We're knocking on the door. McKeever going to run away. He's just going to run away from pressure and pick up some yards.
Gets over the 45, down to the 42-yard line.
Runs ahead, tackled by Maddox Engler after an
Engler on the stop, and he's a little slow to get up.
It'll be second down.
Sets up 2nd and 2. Three receivers now split out wide right. 2 to the left. Ball on the left hash for McKeever. Has the snap, going to throw it across the middle into traffic.
That's a good play.
Batted down. Great defensive play by Gage Massey.
Yep. You know, Massey's running with him stride for stride. There's no space for that ball to get into. And he just got his hand right in front of it. The one worry that you worry about when a defender does that is that they're going to put their hands on the receiver in the process, but he never did. He just had good position, watched the ball the entire way.
49-14. 3:50 and counting here in the ball game. McKeever has it, slings it out, incomplete.
That's that a fumble? That's a
close.
fumble. That's a fumble. And they're going to say it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds all the way back at the Bucyrus.
They're saying it's a lateral.
Let's see the replay here.
Yep. And pretty much nobody ran after the ball except Wyatt McKeever, but it went out of bounds before he could get to it. So what was 3rd and 2 now becomes 4th and 13.
It definitely, according to the replay, courtesy of OH Report, definitely a lateral. So all the way back inside Bucyrus territory now at the 49. It'll be 4th and 12. We're approaching 3 minutes to go in the ball game. There's a false start on Randall.
Goodness.
Illegal procedure against Redmond. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
That'll back him up 5.
Well, the good news is they do run the clock through that.
Well, and, you know, if you're a spectator here tonight, good news is you don't have a long drive home.
That's true. And I will say this, too. I mean, we had a totally packed house. A lot of it is cleared out, but there are still hundreds of people here.
Yeah. Well, mini cheer tonight.
Yeah,
so
that helps.
Wynford doing a nice job showing up for that. McKeever's going to air it out deep. Oh, what a catch over there on the far side. Christian Neal elevating.
Woo.
Comes down with it, take the ball deep, take the top off the defense. What a catch by Neal.
Wow.
It'll be a first down for the Redmond.
Yep.
Ball is at the 19.
So that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 19-yard line. Possibly the best throw of the night there. McKeever completes it to Neal, and now McKeever's going to run. Bouncing left side, he's brought down.
McKeever keeps the ball himself.
Short pickup, gain of about 2. Ariano on the stop, minute 45 to go.
Bucyrus obviously just want to get one more score on the board, make it a little more respectable.
Pistol formation now. 2 right, 2 left. Wyatt motions out, another flag on the play. That'll get waved dead.
And that was a nice toss to the end zone right there. Like you said, they're going to illegal procedure, but man, they just dropped it right over, trying to put it over Braylon Wells, and he tipped it just barely.
And but, now we have another injury timeout.
Yeah, it's Wells. Wells is down with the cramp right now, so he kind of lunged for that ball, tipped it, and sure enough, just kind of laid there. So now they're over there working on him. 1:19 on the clock here in the game.
49-14, Wynford. We'll take an injury timeout. Be back on WQEL and live online on the OH Report.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with a kick return touchdown.
So.
up and making it off the field under his own power. Good sight to see here, especially in a game like this. You never want to see one of your starters get hurt late in the game, if ever. But so fortunately, Wells over on the sideline looks to be okay. Minute 19 to go in the ball game. 49-14. Wynford on top of Bucyrus. Pistol formation for McKeever. Trips to the left. Wyatt motions wide right. Isaac wants to throw across the middle. Has Deskins. Deskins going to get thrown down at the 2-yard line. Did the ball? No, the ball did not come out. Had a couple guys run up like it might have. Now, Bucyrus is going to hurry up.
Yep.
We're inside a minute to go.
In there before the clock runs out on them.
Trips go to the left. Lone receiver to the right, that's Neal. Pistol formation again for McKeever. Isaac has the snap, hands off Wyatt. Up the middle, Wyatt in for the touchdown.
Second touchdown run for Wyatt McKeever in the game.
So Wyatt goes for 2 yards up the middle. Gets in for the Bucyrus Redmond touchdown, makes it 49-20. I wonder, what about beer gardens at these games? Could that be a thing?
You know what? I'm all ears.
Especially they open it up second half.
They go for 2.
Go for 2. McKeever going to throw it out into the flats. It's complete. Deskins hauls it in. 2-point conversion attempt is good. 49-22 with 31.4 to go in the ball game.
So for the 2-point conversion, the touchdown was run in by Wyatt.
So McKeever gets his second touchdown run. Deskins hauls in the 2-point conversion, and we'll take another timeout. Wynford with the football with 31 seconds to go when we come back.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Sucked. Finds pay dirt for the second time tonight. Deskins on the 2-point conversion, and now the officials are apparently not ready after 3.5 hours. Now we'll kick it. Dropping back, going to be fielded. Nice grab by Braylon Wells, I believe.
Yep, sure was. Good to see that he's okay from his injury moments ago. When I say injury, I mean looked like a cramp, but
So now Wynford will be forced to run at least one play, as we are no more running clock.
Right. Unless there's a cruel joke. This should do it right here.
Wynford setting up in the victory formation.
Yep.
Fans now starting to file out here after a marathon of a Week 8 matchup.
Maybe they're on Italy time.
Maybe.
Just to make you comfortable.
Time does move slower over there, that's for sure. Has a snap, and you don't want to see that.
Well, that's a
rivalry game.
No, that's a freshman who doesn't know any better. Well, that's all that was.
Campbell takes a knee, and that will do it. Wynford holds on to the Copper Kettle once again. They win it 49-22, and they pick up win number 2 on the season. Royals move to 2-6, 2-4 against the N10. Bucyrus now drops to 1-7, 1-5 against the conference. We'll be back to wrap things up and give out tonight's awards right after this.
I want 1 minute.
In business and ag banking, it's not just about the numbers, it's about the people. At First Federal Community Bank, we believe relationships are the foundation of every successful partnership. We can help you grow your farm through various ag programs, including working with our local FSA offices, as well as Farmer Mac. We have many commercial business programs to help make your day-to-day operations easy and convenient. Because when you bank with us, you're not just a customer, you're family.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
For 25 years, the team at Spreng Capital Management has helped you and your family through times of economic uncertainty. This experience and knowledge has helped us to guide you through numerous economic cycles, making us qualified to help you through the economic turmoil of
Get
today.
it done against their crosstown rivals, the Bucyrus Redmond, and they have something to celebrate here tonight.
Oh, they have a lot to celebrate. They basically came out and just played exactly when they go into a season, when Kyle Skidmore designed his offense and when he came in as a head coach a couple of years ago. This is the type of game he wants to play, you know, where it's like, look, we're just going to dominate, we're just going to run the football, and we're going to grind it out, and we're going to make it difficult for you because we're going to push you around up front. And when they do it and they do it well, they're really tough to stop.
And you'll get to the numbers here in just a few minutes, but Bryce Locker, Deegan Lutz, they were dominant on the ground. Credit to the offensive line, creating a lot of holes, but you get those two kids running downhill, big, strong, physical kids, and they're going to be tough to bring down.
No, well, that was the thing we knew coming into the game, is that it's like their backs won't go down easy, so you better get them and hit them before they start kind of get momentum. And Bucyrus just really couldn't do that, and, you know, they were just consistently just kind of pushing their way downfield, and, you know, break open a couple of big runs, some mistakes along the way, and ultimately, it was a game that took forever, but it never really kind of felt competitive at any point in time. It really just felt like it was only a matter of time before we were going to wrap this thing up and say Wynford's going to go ahead and celebrate their Copper Kettle victory again.
Yep. Since they've held on to it since 1997, and it'll remain in the trophy case for another year here at Wynford High School. And you look at the final numbers right there, and, you know, total yards, pretty similar. Really what stands out is the penalties. 25 total penalties.
Accepted.
And that doesn't even include, that's accepted penalties. We had a bunch of offsetting. It was just a very sloppy game in terms of, it's just undisciplined at times.
Oh, at times, almost. It wasn't even at times. It was just all game. It was just, it was not fun to watch in that sense. And the officials, strangely, even I would say, they were whistle happy, but at the same time they missed some that were kind of important, which was kind of weird. I don't know that it would have affected the outcome of the game overall, but generally speaking, what we're looking at here is, a game in which it just wasn't an overly competitive matchup, that's for sure. But it still was, like you said, a very sloppy game. So why don't we just take a glance at the numbers right now? We'll start with Bucyrus. We're going to go ahead and give our, McDonald's Q92 Player of the game to Christian Neal. He ended up with 8 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. So congratulations to Christian. He'll get himself a gift certificate from McDonald's Family Restaurants. Isaac McKeever, he's 16 of 45 for 186 yards. Koppler threw a pass in there, so they were 16 of 46 in the game, 186 through the air. Isaac running the football goes for 111. Wyatt McKeever goes for 66 and 2 touchdown runs. So 177 on the ground, 186 in the air, 363 total, which actually was more than what Wynford had. But Bryce Locker, our McDonald's Q92 player of the game for Wynford, and he ends up with 171 yards in total offense, 1 touchdown for him. Deegan Lutz, 74 yards, another touchdown. Campbell gets 2 touchdowns on 31 yards, so 276 on the ground. Campbell, another 80 yards passing. Touchdown pass to Jake Stover, 1 to Gage Massey as well. They have 365 in total offense. And before we go on the stats, we want to also congratulate our Spitzer Motors game changer, which we don't get an opportunity to kind of celebrate a lineman very much. So we're going to go ahead and give it to the big lineman who takes the kick return back for the touchdown. It was Connor Stiltner, and with that, that was the last score of the first half. It kind of came in right off the heels of Bucyrus' score. So getting a lineman, getting a kickoff return for a touchdown, will give him the Spitzer Motors game changer as a result.
And well-deserved. I mean, he took that thing, and he had one thing on his mind. He was going to find the end zone.
He had a bunch of defensive backs chasing him down, and they couldn't get him. That's how fast he was running down the field.
So congratulations to the Wynford Royals. They retain possession of the Copper Kettle. They win it tonight here in front of their home crowd, 49-22. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with Bryce Locker right after this.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Wynford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Gets the win tonight here in week number 8 against their rival, the Bucyrus Redmen. They once again retain possession of the Copper Kettle, and joining us now, our McDonald's Q92 player of the game, Bryce Locker. Bryce, congratulations, buddy. Great win. You had a wonderful individual performance. Just talk about you guys came out, you ran downhill, and you executed very well.
Yeah, all thanks to my O-line for blocking and the upfield blocks and everything else. And we knew what we had to do, and we came out and did our thing.
18 for 171 on the ground. You came in averaging almost 6 yards per carry, and tonight you were close to about 10. So, I love that you gave credit to the offensive line. But what was Coach Skidmore preaching all week going into this rivalry game?
Run the ball hard and run with dominance and want to fight for yards.
Hey, you did just that. I don't have a tally of broken tackles, but it was a pleasure to watch you run the football here tonight. Defensively, you knew that, Bucyrus wants to throw the football. You guys kind of dropped back into coverage, only brought 3, maybe 4 sometimes. Did you just want to make McKeever and that offense you wanted to keep them contained?
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that they couldn't hit nothing deep. We knew that they were able to do that, and we withstand from keeping them from that.
Pickup win number 2. I know it's kind of been a tough year for you guys. Going into the final 2 weeks of the season, what do you want to try and get done next week?
I want to try getting another win. A win always feels good. I hope we play how we did today, and I hope we play aggressive.
Well, you boys looked fired up tonight in front of the home crowd, a great crowd for the Wynford Royals, and just congratulations on another year with the Copper Kettle, buddy, and a great game tonight. 18 carries, 171 yards, and a touchdown for McDonald's Q92 player of the game, Bryce Locker.
Yep, thank you very much.
Great game, Bryce. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
There you have it. Bryce Locker of the Wynford Royals, running back, 171 yards on the ground tonight, giving props to his offensive line. But Bryce putting on a show for the home crowd, and they get it done 49-22. That's going to do it for us here on WQEL tonight. A big thank you to everybody here at Wynford High School. A big thank you to Bryce Locker. A big thanks to John Kreider back at Station Control. And, of course, to every one of you tuning in for another edition of the Burkhart Farm Center Game of the Week. For Jeff Roberts, everybody at the OH Report, I'm Josh Stallings saying good night and get home safe, everybody.
All right, fellas, I'll catch you when you get back.
Peace out.